Now it's time for OK Stop. We'll roll a clip. The panel can say OK Stop at any point to comment. George Stephanopoulos. He seamlessly transitioned from storied White House communications director to successful television anchor and pundit, so like his generation's Anthony Scaramucci. He sat down with Donald Trump in the White House, well, actually stood next to him at his desk, and Donald said some surprising things. Let's watch.
As we walked into the Oval Office, President Trump had already tweeted about new polls showing him behind the Democrats, clearly not happy.
Why does it bother you so much?
Because it's untrue. I like the truth.
Okay, stop. Why does Trump always look like he was wearing goggles and like just stood in front of the sun? Like, it's so distracting.
So I'm very interested in this question about his tan. It's a very interesting question. So there's a couple theories that I've been working on as to why he constantly looks like a reverse raccoon. And so I used to believe it was because he's on his phone while he's getting his makeup. So he's constantly looking down and they can't get under there. That was my go-to theory. But this extends the white really all the way up to the eyebrow and beneath, which leads me to believe maybe he really is lying in a tanning bed. And then I think with the goggles on, so let's say it's 12 minutes in the booth. Does that mean that there's only one 12-minute period every single day where he's not looking at a screen?
I think you can do stuff in the bed. And I'm also wondering, like, does he have one of those, like, Playboy bunny stickers to track how tan he's getting? Listen, I was a slut in college, okay? You gotta track your tan.
Very honest guy. If I thought they were correct, I wouldn't be complaining at all. I understand that. It's like the witch hunt that goes on.
Your son, Don Jr., is up before the Senate Intelligence Committee today. And again, he was not charged with anything. In retrospect, though,
By the way, not only wasn't he charged, if you read it, with all of the horrible fake news, I mean, I was reading that my son was going to go to jail. This is a good young man.
Okay, stop. That is 1/3 true. He's not that young. He's not that good. And it's just amazing that for Donald Trump, a black teenager is a fucking adult who should be put to death, and you are a young man into your fucking 40s with Donald Trump. You're just an innocent, a babe in the woods, and it's very frustrating.
He's going to go to jail, and then the report comes out, and they didn't even say they hardly even talked about him.
Should he have gone to the FBI when he got that email?
Okay, let's put yourself in a position. You're a congressman. Somebody comes up and says, "Hey, I have information on your opponent." Do you call the FBI? I don't think.
Coming from
I'll tell you what.
you do.
I've seen a lot of things over my life. I don't think in my whole life I've ever called the FBI.
Okay, stop. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Your life is a series of unending financial crimes. Of course you're not calling the FBI. That's no one, Mr. President, no one thought you've been calling the FBI. That's the last person you should call. You're a criminal.
My whole life. You don't call the FBI. You throw somebody out of your office, you do whatever
Al
you do.
Gore got a stolen briefing book. He called the FBI.
Okay, stop. Just want to again reiterate that has now turned out to be one of the biggest mistakes in human fucking history. Lesson of the Trump administration, you get George W. Bush's stolen briefing book, you read every page, copy it, read it again, throw the original out, throw the copy out, and then you beat George W. Bush in that debate, and then you never talk about it. And it doesn't get to be a little proof point about how you were better than Donald Trump after the Iraq War. Too much?
A stolen briefing book. This isn't a stolen. This is somebody that said, "We have information on your opponent." Oh, let me call the FBI.
Okay,
Give me a
stop.
break.
I love when he acts. Oh, we got. And then he doesn't even do the phone in a fun way. He's like, he's
never taken an improv class in his
No.
life. He's doing the two thumbs. It's not a banana. Come on.
Oh, his object work is rough. He's sitting at a desk with a phone. You have a
that would
prop.
be so good. Oh, hello.
hello.
Here's the real phone.
Mr. Hoover.
Here's
I
the thing.
love your vacuums. Collect.
He can't pick up that phone because the second he picks up that phone, you can hear through the microphone, "Diet Coke, sir?"
Life doesn't
The
work that
FBI
way.
director says that's what should happen.
The FBI director is wrong.
Okay, stop. So the FBI director says if a foreign government or foreign adversary comes to you with information to help your campaign, you should call the FBI. That's a pretty good closed loop of expertise. I am in charge of the FBI. If this happens, you should call me. And I say that as the person who knows what the FBI is for and what happens when we get that call. And Trump's like, disagree. Hard disagree. Don't see it that way. We're on different pages.
Mr. Trump, the fire department says that when your house is on fire, you should call the fire department. No, I think the fire department is wrong.
Campaign this time around, if foreigners, if Russia, if China, if someone else offers you information on an opponent, should they accept it or should they call the FBI?
I think maybe you do both.
Okay, stop. Art of the deal. Art of the deal. You compromise. You do both. You take the information, you use it, then you... Hello, FBI. I got some stolen material. Never mind. Okay.
If somebody called from a country, Norway, we have information on your opponent. Oh, I think I'd want to hear it.
Do you want that kind of interference in our elections?
It's not an interference. They have information. I think I'd take it.
Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Spain, UK, France, Germany, Belgium, Italy. Are you paying attention? Help. Help, help, help. Help. Do what... Listen. You're small, but you're scrappy, all right? Get your guys on it, all right?